Today we will start with van der Waals interactions or say intermolecular forces. Till now we have done hybridization, then bond parameters, then localized and delocalized chemical bond. Now we will be doing van der Waals interactions. These are the weak forces and these are the force of attraction and repulsion between interacting particles. Particles may be atoms or molecules. These can be atoms or molecules. That is, interacting particles about which we are talking may be atoms or molecules. And the force of attraction or repulsion between these particles are called intermolecular forces, that is van der Waals forces. And these forces are of four types. First is dispersion forces. Dispersion forces are also called London forces, and then dipole-dipole forces, also called Kesim forces, then dipole-induced dipole forces, and last is hydrogen bonding. So let us start with first, that is dispersion forces. In dispersion forces, these forces occur between atoms or non-polar molecules. That is, atoms may be noble gases which exist freely, or non-polar molecules like oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen. There are bonds present between like atoms, so the electrons remain in between the atoms, so it is non-polar molecules. And second forces is dipole-dipole forces. These forces occur in molecules which have permanent electric dipoles. Permanent electric dipoles like HCl, ammonia, water, etc. Now we can see how the permanent dipoles are present in HCl. Cl is more electronegative. Cl is more electronegative, so electrons are displaced towards Cl, so it has partial negative charge, and in hydrogen it has partial positive charge. Similarly, in this molecule also, this will have negative, this will have positive. So opposite charges attract each other, so this positive will attract this molecule through hydrogen. So these forces or attractions are present, and these are stronger than London forces. These forces are stronger than London forces because these forces are between the dipolar molecules or dipole-dipole interactions, and earlier we have done only the non-polar atoms or molecules. So third is dipole-induced dipole forces. In this we can see this molecule is dipole, that is, it has two poles. In this atom has partially negative charge, that is, it is more electronegative, and this has partial positive charge, so it is a dipole. But when a non-polar molecule comes in contact with this, then this end will become opposite to this, that is, it will become positively charged, and the other will become negatively charged. So there will be interaction between partial negative and positive charge. So this non-polar molecule now is dipole, that is, it is induced dipole. Earlier it was non-polar, but due to dipole is also created in this, it is induced dipole. So interaction between dipole and induced dipole is called dipole-induced dipole interactions or forces. And last is hydrogen bonding. It is a special type of dipole-dipole forces, and we have already done hydrogen bond. It is the bond between hydrogen of one molecule with the highly electronegative atom like oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine of the other molecule. Then the interaction between hydrogen and these electronegative atoms is called hydrogen bond. Example in HF and water and ammonia, and this we will discuss further in detail Now example is HF. This is HF molecule, second HF molecule, third, and this is hydrogen bond. This is hydrogen bond. Similarly, this is hydrogen bond. So this molecule has hydrogen bonding. So we have four types of van der Waals forces. First is between the non-polar atoms or molecules. Second, between dipoles. Third is dipole-induced dipoles, and fourth is hydrogen bonding. So next is resonance. Resonance is also done in +2 also. In this, we can explain it with example. Suppose we are taking example ozone. Ozone is O3. In this, we can write it as O double bond O, O single bond O. This is actually coordinate covalent bond, but when we are drawing simple bond, it means the electrons are shifted towards this oxygen, and now this oxygen carries negative charge. It carries negative charge and it will have positive charge. Similarly, in this structure we have done this is coordinate covalent bond. Actually, if electron moves to this, it will have negative charge and it will have positive charge. So these two structures are resonating structures. These two structures are resonating structures, and this structure is, these two structures are equivalent to this structure. This is resonance hybrid structure, and this oxygen is shown in dotted here also, and dots. 3 oxygens are shown. This double bond is shown in dotted, that is, it is partial double bond. Here is this single, but in this it is double bond, so it is also partial double bond. So both bonds becomes partial double bond, that is, electrons are dispersed over these 3 oxygen atoms. So we can say it is delocalized chemical bond. So in this, if we take this structure singly, this structure cannot explain all the properties of ozone, and similarly this structure can also not explain all the properties of ozone. But if we combine these two structures, then that is resonance hybrid structure can explain all the properties of ozone. So what is resonance is when a molecule cannot be represented by a single structure, but its characteristic properties can be described by 2 or more than 2 structures, then the actual structure is said to be resonance hybrid of these structures, and the process is called resonance. So in this, these two are resonating structures, and this is resonance hybrid structure. So these structures singly cannot explain all the properties of ozone, but if we combine these structures, combinedly these both structures can explain all the properties of ozone. So 2 or more than 2 structures, then the actual structure is said to be resonance hybrid of these structures, and process is called resonance. Similarly, we can draw resonating structures for benzene. This is C6H6, this is benzene. In this, double, single, double bonds are shown, and this is resonance hybrid structure in which these bonds are reversed, that is, single becomes double and double is single, double, single, double, and these two structures are resonating structures, and this is resonance hybrid structure. In this is the electrons, that is, electron cloud is shown, that is, this bond is double, this is single, but in this is single, this is double. So all bonds are partial double bonds. No bond is single, no bond is double. So partial double bond character is shown with dotted, or generally we show it by a solid circle. So benzene has this structure as a resonance hybrid structure. So next, what are the conditions for the resonance? For this resonance, the conditions are, when we draw the structures, the contributing structures should have the same atomic positions. means the position of atoms should not be changed. The atomic positions will remain the same in all these structures. Second is the contributing structures should have same number of unpaired electrons. That is, all the structures must have number of unpaired electrons. Unpaired electrons which are not involved in bond should be the same. This we will further see in examples. Then structures should have nearly the same energy. That is, resonating structures generally have the same energy, and structures should have same energy. Then that structures are only considered as main contributors to the resonance. So next is, in the structures, the electronegative atoms must carry negative charge in the resonating structure, and electropositive atom must carry positive charge. That is, suppose we take this general compound in which C double bond O bond is present, that is, it is a ketone. So here some groups are present, suppose it is R group, and here also some alkyl group is present. When these electrons move towards oxygen, then it will have negative charge and this carbon will have positive charge. So if electrons moves towards oxygen, we have this. The reverse can also be possible. If electrons moves towards carbon, then carbon will have negative charge, oxygen will have positive charge. So there are two possibilities. The electrons can move upward or can move towards carbon. So, but in this, oxygen is more electronegative, so it must have negative charge only, and carbon is electropositive, so it must have positive charge only. But this structure, it means it contributes less, or it is less stable. So it is less stable, and so we can say by drawing these structures which structures are more stable, which are less stable. So in the resonance structures, electronegative atom must carry negative charge, that is, this structure is more stable and this is less stable. And similarly, in structures, the like charges should not reside on adjacent atoms. Should not reside on adjacent atoms means adjacent atoms should not have similar charges. So suppose we take this C double bond O, C double bond O means a general compound in which two C double bond O carbonyl groups are present. In this, similarly as we have shown here, if electron moves towards this, oxygen carries negative charge, this has positive charge. Here there are two groups, so if in the first positive charge on the carbon, oxygen carries negative charge. Similarly on the second carbon, this has positive charge, this has negative charge. So in this, these two adjacent atoms, that is atoms present nearby, has same charge, positive charge. So it contributes less, or it is less stable. So it is less stable. So the resonance structures should have same atomic positions, should have same number of unpaired electrons, should have nearly same energy, and electronegative must carry negative charge, and like charges must not reside on the adjacent atoms. So next is, in resonance, we know about resonance energy. What is resonance energy? Resonance energy actually is the difference. It is a difference between what? It is between actual bond energy and that of the most stable of the resonance structures. In the resonance structures, some structures are more stable. So most resonating structure, stable structure, and actual bond energy. So its difference is called resonance energy. That is, we can say resonance energy is equal to actual bond energy minus energy of the most stable resonating structure. So next is characteristics. So if there is a resonance, we can say actually resonance has no real existence. Actually it has no real existence. And in this resonating structures, bond lengths become equal as we have drawn partial double bonds. So it is not neither a single nor a double bond now. It will be intermediate of single and double, that is it will have partial double bond character. So the bond length becomes equal. Resonance hybrid structure is the most stable. Resonance hybrid structure is most stable and we call it as actual hybrid structure. Then greater the number of resonating structures, greater is the stability of molecule. The molecule which will have greater number of structures will be more stable, and the structures which have more number of covalent bonds are more stable, and it is a theoretical concept. So there are many properties, but we have taken some because the properties or its conditions